like, I've been debating if I wanted to jump on TikTok because,
And I've been encouraging her to do TikTok.
right, because I mean, it's the go-to. It's where there's a lot of activity. I mean, over 150 million users are active on TikTok right now.
I love
And,
TikTok.
and Instagram is slow as I don't know what. Like, I don't know. They've definitely shadow banned or the content is just
I don't
not
even
thriving.
I don't even
Like,
care about Instagram anymore.
yeah, exactly. And I feel like a lot of people are feeling that way, but TikTok is dangerous. Like, I mean, I don't know everything, but from what I'm finding is that it was used as spyware by the Chinese government, allegedly. Is that what you've heard?
I
Or
mean,
what
yes. I mean
in
all
your
of that,
circles?
but then Facebook is, data broking, and Instagram is data broking. So I mean, any social media that you use uh has your information, and then the data breaks your stuff. So it's like it doesn't really matter. So TikTok to me was the only issue I had with TikTok and thought of was the distraction and dumbing down our Gen Zs and whatever classification of kids come after that. But like being on it, it's not just about the singing and the dancing and all that stuff. I mean, it's on there, but there's also like a lot of it's everything that's on YouTube and Instagram is on TikTok. So
Right.
for me, and then the other part about it is, you could respond to people's stuff or whatever, or take people's stuff and respond to it or whatever. So
Well,
social
yeah,
media like that, but the information part of it, I mean, that's with anything you do.
right. But I mean, yeah, it's a great tool. Like, I want to get on there. It has great editing tools. I think it has great filters. Like, it's really popping. But I watched the congressional hearing today, or most of it, with the CEO of TikTok, with our US Congress, the committee, the Commerce and Energy Committee. And they are very concerned because of how, okay, so Pete, TikTok is owned, but used to be owned by ByteDance, which is a Chinese, the CEO is a Chinese Communist Party member, if I'm getting that all correct. And so recently it like broke off from ByteDance, and now the CEO of TikTok, who was at the hearing, is saying that moving forward, TikTok is not um TikTok is not a what's the word I'm looking for? Not affiliated with the Chinese Communist Party.
Right.
But, of course, our government, especially the Republicans, they're like going all, I don't know, they're going hard. They're going super hard on this guy and saying how
And
TikTok,
looking stupid.
yeah,
They all look stupid.
yeah, because they definitely weren't informed. Some of the,
They were not educated.
yeah, you could definitely tell who like the Republicans and the Democratic representatives were because they were going at the CEO, but he was evading. He was evading a lot of their questioning, you know?
But I don't know if that was a communication problem, or
I felt
they
that.
just wouldn't let him finish.
Yeah, they didn't. They didn't let him finish at all.
So
Yes,
I wouldn't. So it wasn't even like a fair like
yeah,
hearing to me. You know what I mean?
right.
They're already accusing him of stuff, and because to me it sounds like they already made up their mind.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like it was definitely just kind of like, hey, we're gonna tell you what we feel. We're not gonna let you answer because I only have 5 minutes, and either just say yes or no. You can't explain. And I don't see how that's very informative, but he was evading. He was evading a lot of the questions about, from what I gathered from my opinion, I feel like TikTok was a surveillance tool for,
Surveillance,
yeah, surveillance tool for
surveillance,
whatever, you guys know,
surveillance,
surveillance. I don't,
civilians.
right, that tool for the Chinese government, because now he's saying that, no, going forward in this Project Texas thing that he's going to implement, with all storage here in America,
Hmm.
and TikTok is a global organization where there's different people in the global community contributing to TikTok, but um he did not deny the fact that it was definitely possibly spyware, let's just say that, for the government in some way, shape, or form. But like you said, yes, all social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Meta, whatever, they are collecting our data. Like that's
Yeah,
just,
Zuckerberg was on at a
yeah, he
hearing
hadn't,
too, and he said the same thing with the I don't know if it was FBI or whatever. Like they gave them information about people. So I mean,
yeah. No, they are collecting data. Nothing is private on any social media platform that you use.
but then on that aspect of it, I mean, any like okay, going back to Instagram, Twitch, Twitter, like they gather your information, which can be anything from okay, your name and the passwords you use to uh pertain to that platform to the to what you search.
Yeah,
So
your
when you go back
behaviors.
on it, when you go back on there, the algorithm saves all the your past history and then gives you stuff that you want to see. Same with thing with Amazon. It's like Amazon on YouTube. It's like if I was talking about because I was talking about Uniqlo or whatever, then they'll start showing me like Uniqlo stuff. Like my YouTube starts it shows me Depop and McCurry all the time because I go on Depop and McCurry all the time. So it's like they pick up on those little things. I mean, that's just like convenience for you for advertisers to sell you stuff. So
Yeah, yeah,
if they with Amazon, like if you keep going on, like I was looking for tools, they're gonna show me all the tool sets. Plus, if there's something on sale, they're gonna show it to me. That's gonna be the first thing
right.
I see. So that's the kind of like algorithm and information and data seeking that I feel
Yeah,
like they're doing. The other stuff,
yeah,
I
they
mean,
are.
you
And
people you act like not you, but like in general, like they act like the people on the in the hearing act like they were getting what do you call it like pinpointed or targeted. It's like in the or like me, somebody like me, like I have no information. I'm not a man in black. Like like why would I care if my information is getting taken? You know what I'm saying? Like I care more about giving my DNA to my heritage and what's the other one 23 and me
yeah,
than
well, they're
giving my information to fucking Twitch
right,
or
right.
TikTok.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you're not doing anything wrong, there's nothing to worry about other than the fact that they are monetizing off of your behaviors on how to sell you goods.
Yeah, but how do
That's the
platforms survive? They
artificial,
need money.
yeah, yeah, exactly. But that's the artificial intelligence, that's the algorithm. But with those things, it's targeting bad things. Like this was one good point in the hearing that was revealed to me why there's such a difference, because we've even talked about this, like why are the kids here in America being targeted with suicide ads, or all
Suicide
these are
ads.
these yeah, that's what they're talking about in the hearing. Like the algorithm is feeding kids, they like talking about suicide and all these different like dark and scary dangerous challenges. But the CEO, what he brought up as to why this isn't happening in China is because, and like the drug culture and talk, and like I guess there was also a lot of health advice given on the TikTok here in America that's dangerous,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not in China on this other sister company that ByteDance owns because it's not in their country. And that was a very good point because
What do you
it's
mean it's not in their country like
it's
that?
not, yeah, this Pete, like the those things, it's not that it's an algorithm feeding our kids these things, it's because our kids are having these feelings, or our country is
Mm-hmm.
publishing and posting these types of things in our country. So that's why it's even in our algorithm to keep feeding the kids. But this is not in China because he was saying they have very strict laws on
Yeah.
drugs, which is another example of how America, our freedom
Mm-hmm.
is hurting us. The freedom in America is hurting us because
Oh, I see where you're going.
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that's us though. Like the people on there are doing it. It's not like China saying, "Hey guys, do this," and then no, like the kids, and also the kids
It's
are
in
looking
our
for
community. It's in
yes,
our
and
culture.
yes, and then the kids are also looking for it because they're lonely. So they're
Right.
like, "Who
Our
else
kids
is
are
feeling?"
problematic.
Thank
Our
you.
kids have problems.
Yes. Well, yeah, yeah, not problematic. They have
Well,
problems.
yeah, they have
But
problems. Sorry.
they are looking to see if they're alone in this world. So when they hashtag whatever, feeling lonely, or and Reddit too, there's a lot of people on Reddit who are lonely and sharing their stories. Other people can read it and not feel alone. So that's
Right.
not a China or whatever, Argentina or South America problem. That's a United States problem. You know what I'm saying?
Unfortunately.
So yeah, so
Unfortunately.
that's on China. I mean, China doesn't even want to see like BTS looking guys in their videos, because they don't want to promote like feminine men. So I mean, that's China. You know what I'm saying? So they have a lot of regulations as far as like social constructs and social traits, how they want to perceive and be perceived by other people in their country and themselves. So that's on them. So if America wanted to do that, I wouldn't be opposed to it as long as we can keep posting on TikTok and just have to like regulate it. I mean, even like on Twitch
But
and
there's no
on
way they can
YouTube.
regulate it. There's no
I know,
way,
but
like,
I'm just saying if they wanted to and they did, or for somehow they did and they took the hashtags off or whatever, and you can't search anything like that anymore. And if you're posting stuff like that, like that, you can't see it, then I'd be cool with it. But as long as I can still post the stuff and like I was gonna like I'm saying like I would adhere to their rules to stay on their platform, just like YouTube. You can't say certain words or you get demonetized, and Twitch you can't do certain things. You can't say simp on Twitch anymore and stuff like this. Like they took certain words off of there. So I mean, I would play ball because it's a free platform, so I would have to.
right, but they have to, yeah, when they do those keyword searches to eliminate certain content, if you use, like this one Congress lady, she brought up the fact that you can't say black, you can't say Black Lives Matter or anything in pertaining to that on TikTok. And it's cutting out a whole voice on TikTok just because they are cutting out certain keywords. So a certain part of the culture isn't being represented on TikTok. And she was really upset about that.
That's not
Eh,
true.
What?
What is she? That's not true. You can hashtag anything on there. What does she mean?
Or if you search for it,
Yeah,
or
it's on
that's,
there. They even
yeah.
have stickers.
But I did hear about something like that. And
I mean, that's
I mean,
not true.
but I mean, she put it on record. So
They got
it has to,
BML. They got BLM stickers. They got BLM stickers on Instagram. I'm not an advocate for them, but I'm just saying it's on there. People can talk about whatever they want. Everything's on there, except for
yeah.
or
Well, I don't know.
I
Maybe
haven't
it was
searched for cocaine, but I
right. Well,
don't
maybe
know
it
if
was an
that's on there.
issue at some point. I don't know, but she brought it up in the hearing, so I don't
Hmm.
know. It's an issue, and she wants him to address it.
It's kind of
And
like
he
they
tried.
can't.
And he tried. Wait, real quick. He tried to address it, but they didn't let him.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm
The whole
like,
thing
I
was
would love to
crazy.
know that answer. You know?
They're like, "Can you address it?
Um,
Look, can you talk about it? Yeah. See what happened? Look." I said, "What? I
yeah.
was. Can I address that? My time is up."
Right. Should they were like reclaiming my time. I'm like, oh my gosh, like whatever. But I don't know. It's definitely a problem with social media, period. But I think they are going after TikTok because it is a Chinese company, and for some reason, America and China are major competitors for the number one spot. And America, a lot of the Republican side of the party or of the government, they really don't speak highly of China for, I guess, our history and all that stuff. So I think that's why they're targeting just TikTok so hard. But also, what I found interesting in their attack of this company
Definitely an
was,
attack.
yeah, of this company was they were basically, they're trying to get rid of TikTok. They're trying to ban TikTok and or tighten up its have been forcing them to tighten up their restrictions, reforming TikTok in a sense because of all the bad things that TikTok is doing or to our children, which it is. But what came to my mind when they were running that line of rhetoric was, okay, so if if TikTok is the instrument and is the problem, then guns, guns are the problem, not the user. You know what I'm saying? So if they want to criticize TikTok, like why don't we criticize the gun and reform the gun versus the users? And like it's like it's so hypocritical in a
Yeah, it's
sense.
not the drugs. I mean, it's not the drug abusers, it's the drugs. You know what I'm saying?
Is it?
So
I
yeah, I
mean,
agree.
so
Yeah.
so so it just kind of proves the point that hello, we do need gun reform. If you feel that this Chinese company, TikTok, the instrument, the whatever, the medium is the problem, and you want to reform that, then I feel the same argument can be made for guns. You know what I'm saying? Because
I
they're
mean, I
saying
hope they
it's
don't
not
because
the gun, it's the user. But it's just hypocritical. Like that's
yeah.
why I like watching these hearings and like where I'm at now in my maturity. I don't know. Like I have the patience to actually hear what's going on in our government and how they're handling things. It's so hypocritical in a lot of ways. But
Yeah,
I
this was
did
a
like,
witch hunt.
yeah, definitely. But I mean, I don't like to use those words, but it's definitely a target. Um, and it should, it's, and I found that the Democratic Congress people were very much more, just trying to come up with solutions. But at this point, just from what I heard, I feel like they should get rid of TikTok because unless this guy comes with some real answers, which he didn't do during the hearing, they should get rid of it
Well, he did
because
he did a aftermath about it. He said, "Well, I just got to hear did the hearing and then he explained how he's going to have whatever information people want, they'll have access to it and stuff like that as far as like the government and stuff like that." So,
yeah, he tried to.
it,
I mean, he seemed like a cool dude. Like he's trying to be very transparent. He was very calm. He wasn't rattled at all. Um, but he definitely has a lot to answer because to me, from what I heard so far, like I've only watched like maybe 2.5 hours of a 5 hour hearing. Um, I feel like China did get some information from us in whatever context they did. Like they did something.
okay, and then Russia got some information from us too, and the
Yeah.
United States got some information from us too. Are we gonna ban Facebook and Twitter and Instagram?
I mean, that's the whole argument of social media. Like, should we? Like, is it, but that's the way that these companies are targeting us to market to us.
Yeah,
So they're not gonna, nobody wants to get rid of it for real. I don't even think I like, and that's why it's kind of interesting. I'm wanting to look up to see when this guy took over TikTok and when they like went separate from ByteDance to make it an American company that's based in America now. Like, was this all put into place now because they were caught? And China doesn't want it. Nobody wants to, I won't just say China, but no country wants to be known as the spy, the spy that was caught, So it's like now they're just really trying to make it straight and narrow because they're making money. Like a lot of people are making money off of this. A lot of people are making money off of TikTok. He didn't want to disclose the
yeah.
financials, but I mean, American, like it's a global business, so Americans and everybody's making money.
Yeah, people are. I mean, that's their job now, is being social media influencers. They're on YouTube. They're usually on YouTube and TikTok. With posting stuff. So doing advertisements and stuff. Girls are doing like makeup and food and all
Yeah.
kinds of shit,
And
clothes.
yeah, and like he was saying, I mean, it is being used for good. People, like you were saying, people are like on Reddit, people are finding community in these different, in different niches on the internet, but it's a lot of people are using it for bad. There's always good and
What's
bad.
bad though?
Well, just the fact of all these dangerous challenges that people are doing.
Well,
Like I'm not on TikTok, so I don't know. I haven't, my algorithm since me sparkles and butterflies, because that's just what I seek out. But there's people out here who their algorithm feeds them horrible, terrible things because their mind
yeah,
and what
because
they
they're doing horrible, terrible things. They're doing the challenges.
right, it's on there. So well, whoever, like, I don't know these people. Like, I don't know. I don't run in
Yeah,
those
I'm not. I
circles.
mean, it's not like it's okay if you like spend a like if you spend like an hour on there or 30 minutes to an hour on there, and you're like flipping up and down through the different people's different posts. You're gonna find all kinds of things. They're gonna be singing and dancing. There's gonna be politics. There's gonna be fishing. There's gonna be animals, and everything that you see on YouTube. It's on TikTok in the shorter form, and it's up to you to like either stay on it or pass it. So
Yeah, but
I mean,
it's also addictive. Like however
yeah.
they
So was
target.
Instagram. So was
Right,
dating
they all
apps.
are. Yeah, social media. I'm just talking about social media in
Yeah,
general.
Tinder. People be going on Tinder. It's like a game to these people. So it's
R-
like
Right. So
everything we
people,
do on our whole phone is like is addictive. We keep
yeah,
getting apps, finding new apps, games,
getting
Angry Birds
alerts.
or Candy
Yeah,
Crush. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So it's like I said
Well,
Angry Birds.
they're trying to keep us on our phone so they can sell stuff to us.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
like
Exactly.
that's basically what it is.
Yes.
And
Yes.
that's why whenever I install an app, I never want the alerts or the notifications because they're just trying to keep you on your phone. And a lot of things I've been reading about like mindfulness in your brain, like forget like forget about what's the word I was looking for? Like forget about mental health, but brain health. Um it's good to not be on your phone all day, like that screen time, like it's doing something to our brain, like not just the mental part of us, but the physiology of our brains.
Yeah,
It's
they're
not
predicting
healthy.
more humpbacks for kids like earlier
Yeah, yeah, because they're like,
at an earlier age because they're always yeah exactly. Dude, every time like I'll be going to shows and stuff, all I see is like either kids like this. They're
yeah,
not even watching the concert. They're watching the concert through their phone, which I
yeah,
fucking annoying. Or they like if I go to the mall, they're walking like
yeah,
this, or they're
yeah,
like
getting
they're
hit
in
by
like
cars.
groups. They're like in groups, and all they're doing, they're all five of them will be just on the phone. I'll say, are they talking to each other? Like, are they all
Yeah.
friends? Like, what's going on? So
Yeah, and like we're living through the consequences right now. And like somebody in the hearing made a really good point is that the social media companies are kind of like the cigarette companies, and like how government was very approving of cigarette companies while it was happening, but then after they did like research, they're like, "Oh, this can give us lung cancer, mouth cancer, pancreatic
yeah,
cancer."
but then
Like,
but then, and I agree. But then we also have to take accountability. Are we going to so we are aware that smoking is bad, but we still
but
decide to
but
smoke.
right, but when it was like a common thing or when it was normalized, people were smoking at work, people were smoking at restaurants, people were smoking, your mama, your grandma,
Yeah,
everybody
they
was just
made a
smoking.
decision to do it. People
But they
still
didn't
make
know
the
it was
decision.
bad. But they didn't know it was
Mm,
bad. At the time, they didn't, it
sure,
wasn't,
okay,
there was no medical research that it was
sure.
bad.
And then when they did, and they still put the
Right, you're
Surgeon General
hooked.
thing, they
Too
still
late.
well, I mean, they still make
Nicotine.
decide to do it.
Right. But what human is able to, unless you're just super willpower? And you're right, though. I
Bro,
agree.
I
I
smoke
agree.
I smoked cigarettes for a year and then I stopped.
I smoked cigarettes for multiple years,
I
and
drank for like a whole like 2 3 years and then I stopped because I didn't want a beer belly. Like I stopped. So
right, but
it's on the person.
right.
Like I get all this addiction stuff and I agree with it and alcoholism and stuff like that. But yo, it'd be different if I wasn't there and I did the same thing. Like I did the same thing and I stopped. Like what's wrong with you? Why can't you stop? You know what I'm
Because
saying?
people have, you're right, everybody's different. Like people
Everybody's
have
different.
addictive, some people, it's hereditary that some people have addictive personalities. People have alcoholism in their family. People have, things that are passed down that are hereditary or that are
I don't
just,
believe that.
no, I mean, it's facts.
I don't believe
Like,
it.
yeah, well, I mean, you don't have to believe it, but it's facts. Like
Yeah.
things are genetic, things are hereditary, and
I mean, I used to
addictive.
be a sexaholic and then, for like 10 20 years and then I stopped.
Yeah, I mean, okay. But like alcoholism, sex, I guess, sex is addictive too. So, yeah, like if people have the right education or the right information and the right environment, then yeah, you can't stop. I mean, not everybody's built like you and I. Because I mean, I smoked from the age of 18, actually
Mama
16.
watching. Hold on.
She knows, they
I'm just
know.
kidding. I'm just kidding.
I know. I was just talking about my mom yesterday. I was like, oh, I'm so glad I don't smoke no
Hold
more.
on, Dad watching. I mean, I smoked yesterday one time.
But no, it's just, I had the willpower after, I don't know, off and on since I was like, let's see, 20, 30. I don't know. I smoked a long time.
Yeah,
But
it's like I don't want to be fat. I don't want to be sick. I want to live, so I stopped doing this. Now,
yeah,
if you now for the other, like I'm not. I did the bar fight thing. I went to the bars in the morning. I would say, hey, drinks on me, or other stuff. Like I did all that, but I'm just like it took my money, it took my time, and it took my health.
yeah,
I'm just
that
like,
was a
man,
big help. When they started making cigarettes 8.50 a pack, I was like, oh no, 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 this is just dumb. Actually,
oh
I
man.
stopped smoking before then. It was more like $6 a pack,
I
6 or
saw
7.
I have a friend who still smokes, and I was gonna buy a carton when he went, and I looked at that price. I said, "Man, that
Fifty
shit be
dollars.
working." I was like, "I ain't buying no carton. I'd rather
Okay.
smoke weed or chew, gummy bears and go back to the weed." Like, dang.
Yeah. But it's hard, but it's funny just hearing of my family story. A lot of my family smoked when they were younger and then quit.
Yeah,
So
mine
that
too. Like my
so
mom used to smoke and she quit. My dad used to smoke, he quit.
yeah. So it's like, people, we go through stuff and you have to, at some point, once you get that education, hopefully through this podcast, that you'll quit or you'll change your mind about something and look at it, start looking at it differently.
If you
Um,
want to live and you want to take care of yourself, you will stop all the vices. So back to the phone thing. If you want to have more time with your family or have more time to watch movies or get that hump back out your neck
or
or
more time for yourself and your
yeah,
goals,
or meditate and do, I
working
try to
out,
do yoga and all that stuff.
read a
Just
book.
now your phone, I don't know about everybody else, but your phone has a timer now to shut down or just to remind you to shut down. So I think TikTok even has that. TikTok even has a thing on there that says gives you a time limit on TikTok.
Yeah.
So I mean,
That's what he was saying too.
they're all aware of this, and
They know.
you have to take initiative yourself. You have to take accountability for yourself. Stop
You're
blaming
right.
other things
You're
and
right.
other people for inhibiting for your or prohibiting you from doing things. That's on you.
Yeah, because if you make a mistake, people are going to call you out on it. They're going to say you should have been accountable. You should have did it, did it, did it. So nobody cares about your weakness in this society when it comes down to it, to be
Yeah,
honest.
you chose to drink, you chose to smoke, you chose to get on your phone and flip through TikTok for 3 hours and then went to sleep and then in an hour had to get up in an hour. That's on you. That's on you. Take accountability. Like Stacy said, take accountability. Sheesh, man. Be a fucking grown up. Fucking
Yeah.
grown.
Yeah,
That's your
man.
body. That's nobody else's body. That's your body. That's your sleep. That's your diet. That's your socialism or introvert or extrovert. That's on you, man. Like God, y'all
Yeah.
motherfuckers be
But
babies, man.
but we're also, middle aged and we've lived through a lot of stuff. So we're a little bit more wise. Because
I know,
like
but even back then, if we talk about the weed thing, I was smoking weed at 20 and I stopped at 20 and then I started back at 30 and I stopped at 30. You know what I mean? Like on my own time, like I am, and knowing what it does to my body, I made that choice. It doesn't matter what age, you know what I'm saying? Like that's on me that I made those choices and I wanted to make those choices and I knew what it was doing to me. You know what I'm
yeah, but
saying? So it's
I didn't though. That's what I'm saying. When I was younger, when I was doing all that stuff, I didn't know what it was doing to me until, yeah, even weed. Like now, I really just try to smoke medicinal purposes versus recreational. Even though it's recreational now, like if I have a headache or something, I'd rather hit the J real quick instead of taking Tylenol or Aleve or something man-made, and it works great for me. But
I also think for
that
weed, I
just comes
thought,
with age. It comes with
yeah,
age.
sure. And education.
Right.
I also think that smoking weed, it depends on who you're around too. Because I know people who are like, oh, I had a bad, trip smoking weed and
Mm.
blah blah. Yeah, it was probably with the company you kept. Because when they smoke weed with me, we build it. You know what I'm saying? We ain't doing anything stupid. We ain't eating crazy. We vibing out. We building. We chopping
Well,
it up.
see, I hung out with a lot of rap guys, and they smoke blunts after blunt after blunt after blunt after blunt after blunt.
Yeah, see, that's different atmosphere though. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
a
So
terrible atmosphere.
I smoke with intelligent brothers and sisters, and we would talk about all kinds of shit. And it was I miss those times actually.
Right.
So
No,
and
I
that's
feel
and that's
you.
in my 20s, in my 30s. Like so that's on y'all. Like y'all smoking wrong. Unless it's for medicinal, any other way, recreational, whatever, you're smoking wrong. If it's like, oh, I had a bad trip, whatever, like I understand that, but you're doing it all wrong. You do it with the wrong people. Anyway,
It could be a lot of factors for sure. That's another show. But anyways, thanks guys for listening. Pay attention to your screen time. Just know
take
anything,
accountability
yeah,
for
and
yourself.
anything you do on social media, just know it is not private. Everything you're
Sure
doing
is not.
is they can make you go, put it like this. They can make you go viral or they could get rid of your account with a click of a button. Like we really have no control over these things. So have
Just
control over
make a new
yourself.
account.
Yeah, that too. But have control over yourself and have self-control. So cool. Talk to you later. Peace.